welcome back to Bioshock Infinite.
So you're this false shepherd we've been hearing so much about. Caused a mess of trouble at the raffle.
You Fitzroy?
Nothing but.
I got no quarrel with you or your Vox Populi. This is my airship you're hanging me out of, and I got perilous need of it.
Really? Cause it sure look like old Comstock's airship to
Listen,
me.
I ain't looking for a fight.
There's already a fight to win. Only question is, which side you on? Comstock is the god of the white man, the rich man, the pitiless man. But if you believe in common folk, then join the Vox. If you believe in the righteous folk, then join
I just
the Vox.
want my ship.
And the Vox shall give her to you. But first, you must help the Vox. Down in Finkton, there's a gunsmith who can supply weapons to our cause. Get our guns from him, and you shall have your ship back.
So that's an amazing cutscene. Holy smokes. That's one hell of a way to get into Fink Industries, or Fink Manufacturing's level area. So that's our task now, is to find weapons for Daisy Fitzroy. So this is not only do you get that really like blanketed low class labor as slavery imagery of the cutscene, but also the like mechanics of being a low class worker, being that, I guess it's called working class, but basically bottom of the row. And you also get these like propaganda-esque messages, very much in the style of the because right now we're at the peak of I think Industrial Revolution. No, I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am. So this is like around the time of Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. Somewhere in here is that. So, which, if you haven't seen, that's a good source to figure out what the hell's going on in this place. So now we're just kind of looking around and trying to see where the next area is. Hoping to, I don't know why, but they let you like just totally walk around with a gun in this area. Hopefully not getting too much of a fight.
Charged with spiritual wrongdoing for performing routine daily prayers to the founding fathers, was captured by the pro-union police force of Greenville, Texas.
Oh, apparently that was stealing, and they didn't take too kindly to that. My bad. But I'm gonna take your pants. Your brittle-skinned pants. That sounds pretty legit, I guess. I guess it means that, although it sucks to lose that strike range, that thing is cool. For variety's sake, we'll take it. So I'm not sure if everyone is familiar, but I want to make sure that everyone's kind of on a similar page, at least, with the idea, because early in the game, and for a lot of it, they talk about the Sodom below, And you see that in that's like the very first message that you see in the lighthouse building. And so I wanted to just make sure that people understood to some extent the reference of Sodom and the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Just because it's a pretty big deal in this game. And they make a lot of reference to it. So Sodom and Gomorrah is an old school religious story. And it involves the descendants of Abraham. And so right when you hear that, boom, Abraham, the A word, if it has anything to do with religion, that means that it's going to be Old Testament Bible, but it's also going to have links to the Jewish texts of the Torah and the Islamic text of the Quran. Because there's a lot of overlap between those three, especially when it comes to Abraham. And so, this has to do with, whoa, that guy's glitching out a whole bunch. I believe it, if I'm not mistaken, it's someone with Abram's lineage, but it involves the story of Lot, who is, Abram is tasked to go to the city of Sodom and Gomorrah and find if there's any respectable people in the entire city. As God has said, I am going to burn this place to the ground, and Abram's like, whoa, before you do that, let's just check, make sure there's nothing too crazy going on in there. And so he checks, and basically the only guy Abram finds is Lot, and apparently Lot does not count for 50 people, and so he burns the crap to the ground. Oh hey, there's Elizabeth.
Hey!
And there she goes.
Stop for a minute.
But we're just gonna chase her down. So, it's hardcore kind of religious story about the wrath of God.
Just want to talk to you.
However, the catch to this story is that a lot of the connotations in Christian text and in the Islamic text is that one of their crimes was committing homosexual acts, which is where that, because of that translation, that's where the English word sodomy comes from.
Don't go in there.
I have no need of one such as you.
No.
And so, based on that, you can tell how there's a Western culture of homophobia and an Islamic culture of homophobia, because it all stems from one story. However, that's not necessarily... There are other translations of the same story that contradict that, and so it's kind of back and forth. Either way, in this case specifically, the game is mentioning the Sodom below, and it's very much the same as in how how these major organized religions, both Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, all use the same story, just like Comstock uses the term Sodom to say, I am the best, and everyone else who I consider sodomites are the worst. They're so bad, they're so violent, they're so filthy and disgusting that they have no worth even in God's eyes. And so that's basically what that story means and what the reference is. There's a lot more to it, and I'm not a scholar in any way. I would never say that I am. But it's definitely probably one of the most important religious stories. That's where you get all sorts of metaphors like pillars of salt and even the words sodomy and yeah. So I think that covers a lot of it, not all of it, but as best as I can reasonably do. So I hope that kind of helps out people and puts everyone on a similar page. I was watching a Let's Play where they got to that and they were just like that very first picture, and they were very confused. They were like, Sodom? Is that like sodomy? And I was like, pretty much. Close enough. give you a B+ for trying. And so I wanted to maybe help out people in case they were confused in that way. And if you have more to add about the story, definitely put it in the comments. I know that putting a religious discussion in YouTube is probably not the wisest, but whoa, 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 whoa. We just died. Oh, that's cool. Interactive restart menu. Oh, that's an awesome respawn screen. And it looked like it was one of Elizabeth's kind of rift things, too. So maybe there's some wacky space-time stuff going on. Wow, that was a way cool door. It's kind of like the metaphor of you can either give up here, or you can open the door and continue on your adventure. But you have to make the conscious decision to do that. They put a sniper rifle here, so I'm assuming they're leading me on in some way. Alright. Oh, these are some sweet power-ups. I mean, I don't know if I want to use all of my money to buy one of these, but we can increase some damage or add clusters to our stuff. That sounds legit. Might be worth it to just power up like our Devil's Kiss twice and then just roll right through everyone with that. The Devil's Kiss is a pretty good deal on the up and ups. You get to use like 6 of them with one full bar. And the electricity just doesn't really do enough damage to merit its constant use. Although maybe I haven't found the right power-ups for it or something. But you can set up nice traps too. So part of that multi-use stuff. Okay, so I think am I supposed to get on this ship because it's just kind of floating there. And ships don't usually float there if there's... Although I don't have any way to get on there, so... Okay, so we are... Wow, those... There we go. We were lost. But it looks like we found the right door, finally. Oh, she was waiting for us. That's nice, because I wouldn't have, and then we'd be really lost. Oh, dear. Aww, Elizabeth wasn't gonna let us die a horrible and painful death.
Hey, I'm slipping!
Do not attempt to follow me, Mr. DeWitt.
Elizabeth, I've made an arrangement to get our airship back.
You can get us out of here.
Yes, I just need to supply enough weapons to arm an entire uprising.
And where will we get these weapons? From one of our many friends and allies?
A gunsmith in Finkton should be a walk in the park. What do you say, partners?
You're a liar, Mr. DeWitt. And a thug. But you're also my only means of reaching Paris.
Good enough for now. So that was a handyman, holy crap.
Mr. DeWitt. You are a means to an end. No more.
I hear what it is people are saying. Why is it, Mr. Fink, that we have to work 16 hours a day? No, let's be clear. I would like nothing more than to shorten your workday. But the fact
So
is,
we can hear that Fink and his labor groups are very anti-labor rights.
You see, my friends, the idle hand is the tool of
Which
the
definitely explains what the Vox Populi are fighting for.
devil. What goes in its place?
Basic human rights would be, you know, would be nice.
And I, for one, will not have that. And
So that is his empire.
Sir, I will not.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Rainy Day Let's Play.